one of the happiest persons today. It has been a long journey, 2 years. It was not easy, but the facility was there, the support was there, and it's sad that, I'll be saying goodbye. I'm going to remember this university because they all, in one way or the other, stamped their mark in my life, so I will remember that, and I'm very humbled,
When you arrive here, they kind of make it quite clear that it's going to be quite an immersive course from the get-go, really.
It was a challenging course because it's a very intense course. It's 2 years and it's like 13 modules to be done within 2 years.
The course is very adaptable. You can really tailor-make it to your needs.
It's a generic course that dips into different aspects of social work. It does give you a good foundation of all different kind of fields that you can go into, so it's up to you to decide what you want to do.
I used to work for Wandsworth Council for 23 years as a manager of a day centre. And then I saw an advert for trainee social workers, which I applied for. The route that they use is called employment-based route. The council actually pays for your tuition fees and then you are guaranteed a job after. When I first came in, I thought, oh my God, I'm going to be the oldest one here. But I was quite surprised. There was a lot more mature students than I thought there were going to be. And so, yeah, I felt really comfortable.
One thing I like about Kingston is there's so much going on, but there's a sense of, relaxation about it. It's very contemporary. It's not like some university that's quite old and damp looking. Facilities are really good. The library especially are really good, they're 24 hours, and I think it's really great to have that facility to be able to help you develop your learning more and develop yourself a bit better.
All you need is this card. Swipe your card, you print. Swipe your card, you photocopy. You don't need to type anything. The library is well equipped.
I like the fact that you do all your academic stuff and then you go on placement, you can just focus on your placement. My placement was in a drug and alcohol team. It was a new environment. I hadn't worked with adult services before, I hadn't worked with drug and alcohol services before, so I found that really eye-opening.
When I was on my final placement, I had a client who was suicidal. It was a real kind of dilemma in my own head dealing with that situation. I thought it'd be really interesting to research on it, but also sort of giving your own opinion on what you think could be helpful, having been in the situation.
Why is class taboo in fostering and adoption? I chose 3 of my placements, which I think is remarkable.
I think they go the extra mile as well in trying to find your placement which will be located relatively near you, because let's face it, we're students and
There are very good opportunities, like the opportunity that you can go for international placement. And I went to Jamaica, which I found very good experience for giving you different views of other social work in different countries.
End of September, I'm going to India. I'm looking forward to that. There's a 20 days placement and I just want to embrace the experience, embrace the work and put whatever I've learnt in the lectures or through my essays or through my own research and put it into practice.
Theory without practice, is emptiness, and practice without theory is blindness. The students coming now, they're very lucky because they got this wonderful room.
This is the practice learning suite. They can actually practice knocking on the door and introducing themselves to a service user or carer. We have rooms which have fixed cameras behind the door. We can watch what the students are doing and we can actually record the interviews and then play them back and use them as a learning tool.
Talking to someone, your eye contact, how you sit down, your communication skill, your interpersonal skills, these are all key, in social work. And what Kingston does is they train you for that.
So you need to do all the 3. What I was really impressed with the tutors is that the learning styles and, were definitely varied. What I was really impressed with that people were available.
I hadn't been in education for a long, long time, so that was quite challenging, but they've got really good student support here.
Even if you are down, they will pick you up, and that's what social work is all about, it's picking up people. So the institution picks you up and the staff are very good at doing that. Trust me, Kingston is the university to come to.
My name is Melika. I'm currently working at Medicine and Social Services. I qualified last July and I've been here a couple of months working as a newly qualified social worker in the Children in Need team. A big chunk of our course was specialised in child protection. That's when I decided that I want to work in children and families. So I'm very lucky to be here and to do what I always wanted to do.